Okay, so what I'm hearing from you is the real power of DSP is retargeting.
Absolutely.
So in order to retarget, you would be expected to target them first, acquire them, so that you can bring them back. And it makes total sense. Okay, so that means going back to the beginning, when you are taking on a new brand, you are launching a new brand and you are pricing it a little bit higher, then you don't want to be the cheapest one. You want to position yourself as a premium one. Really, at the beginning, you have to use social media to establish your brand, your position, and then use the cost per click campaign as much as possible to get to a point where you are now able to graduate to DSP. Is that the case?
Yeah, I think that's fair. I mean, like anything, you want to assert brand authority. And what I mean by that is you have to build the trust of customers, or if your product is unique, you have to educate the market. And so that can be done through social. It can also be done through having really good video content for your sponsor brand video ads. I know it's like a typical marketing response, but it does really depend on the price of your product, the type of product, and the category you sell in. But what I really encourage small businesses to do is, there are a lot of things that you could do, and there's in many ways a lot of distractions. And I encourage you to have at least one off Amazon activation that you plan to be really, really good at. Don't try and do it all at once, because then you'll basically be mediocre at a lot of things. Try and be great at just one thing as you start out, meaning be really good at TikTok or be really good at getting PR placements. Focus on one to start. And then when it comes to Amazon, you do want to make sure that you have really good creative. I can't express how important visual selling is on Amazon. We actually just released a case study a few weeks ago where we did a creative overhaul of a brand that sells solar batteries. So like not the sexiest of categories. And we were able to increase their sales by 59%.
Wow.
Simply, that's huge. And that was the before and after of rolling out the creative, because it was educational. We explained why this isn't the cheapest on the market. And to even go back to a earlier question you had, Nick, about how can you combat negative reviews? Well, when I look at a product that maybe has a 3.5 star, really anything below 4, first thing I do is I look at the bad reviews. And if there's a reason for these negative reviews, like they didn't know how to charge it properly, or they just weren't using the product right in itself, call the elephant out in the room in your creative, so that the customer has better education on, one, is this product even the right fit for what they're looking for? But two, making sure that they're using the product properly, given the nature of it.
Mm-hmm. So by creatives, you're talking about everything in the image stack?
Everything in the image stack, as well as the A+ content. And also just making sure that you have a very product-centric video on your product detail page. One thing that I think even large brands make a mistake of is they just upload brand video, and that doesn't really sell the product, right? Like, how you want to view your product detail page is, imagine, when you go into a grocery store and there's a brand representative handing out samples, and think about what that brand representative would say. That's how you want to approach your creative. Is we really encourage having text overlay on your images, and it not just being 4 different angles of your product in terms of photography. That is your end cap, right? That is not only how you are going to convert your customer, but also how you're going to educate the customer on how to use the product and why the product is so great.
Yeah.